6:49 now. Welcome back to the Valley today. Taking a live look at the White House this morning. President Donald Trump, of course, known for his use of Twitter, and he left many people wondering exactly what was going on last night. Check this out. The president tweeting out late last night this: despite the constant negative press, Kofifi. It appears to be an unfinished tweet with a typo and was up for several hours. Earlier this morning, though, the president ended up deleting that tweet and posted this: who can figure out the true meaning of Kofifi? Enjoy! Exclamation point. Something everybody's going to be talking about. It was the #1 trending word on Twitter overnight. There's already shirts and hats that say Kofifi. I even saw a picture. A guy in California actually ordered the license plate Kofifi. If you're going to get on it, you got to
get on it fast.
Get on it right away.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Kyle Bosch. Just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. We're also following breaking news out of Monoman County. Sheriff's officials are on the scene of a shooting. 2 people in Nadawash were reported to be wounded.
A law enforcement source tells Valley News Live that officials processed the scene much of the night, but they couldn't release any other details. We have several calls in to the sheriff in Monoman County and are still waiting to hear back from him. Of course, you can stay with Valley News Live throughout the day for updates on this breaking story. Also breaking for you this morning, at least 80 people are reported dead and another 300 hurt after a suicide car bombing in Kabul, Afghanistan. Officials say the explosion rocked the diplomatic area of the capital city.
The blast happened during rush hour in a neighborhood considered Kabul's safest. The Canadian, British, and German embassies are also in that area, as is the presidential palace. The target of the attack is not yet known, and so far no group has claimed responsibility.
6:51 now. Time to get a look at weather and traffic on the ones this morning. We start with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning. I want to share with you this gorgeous sunrise that we had this morning. It started out 4:30, already seeing that first light, and then that sun came up. Those clouds that we had in place cleared out, and we've got beautiful blue sky out there now with some nice sunny conditions. Temperatures currently in the 40s and Fargo at 47 degrees. We'll see those temperatures rise back into the 70s today, mid-70s for Fargo, wind on the light side, and out of the north or northwest into the teens. So a nice one today. We start that recovery process from the cooler weather and grayer weather we've had recently. A frost advisory in effect until 8 a.m. for the James River Valley. That's where temperatures have been into the 30s. It's 34 degrees right now in Aberdeen, so a little chilly there. The rest of us, 40s to even a 50-degree reading in Detroit Lakes right now. Visibility is good in most spots. Gwinner's the one trouble area at 4 miles right now, keeping an eye on that region. And winds are light, up to 13 miles per hour currently out of the westerly direction. And we are clear. We've got some good conditions in the valley, beyond the valley, much of North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota looking good. And here's your afternoon planner for everyone. We'll be at least approaching 70 degrees if we don't quite get there today in the east, but most places hitting 70 to some mid to upper 70s potentially for today. So a beautiful one today. We add to that tomorrow a high of 82 degrees with mostly sunny skies, feeling very much like summer as we transition into June. And Friday, 83 degrees your high temperature with a chance for some storms late in the day Friday, continuing into the weekend, a little bit unsettled and just scaling back our temperatures a little bit with the chances for rain and cloud cover. Monday, though, we make our way right back to 80 degrees. Let's check in now with Al for a traffic update.
Well, Lise, we have a construction update for you on the 32nd Avenue project. This is on southbound Interstate 29. We're down to 1 lane through that underpass there at 32nd Avenue. Again, 1 lane southbound on Interstate 29. Crews are just out there putting the cones down right now. Just had some clown go by me in a white pickup, and he was clearly upset that he had to go 45 miles an hour through there. Shame on him. Drive carefully. There are people that are working out there, and they're trying to do their job. The last thing we want is to have them get hurt by some moron who wants to drive too fast through that work zone. Excuse me, but it really irritates me. Traffic this morning on northbound Interstate 29, pretty busy this morning. And a quick reminder for you, we have a stalled car on southbound I-29 just north of the Tribe level. Drive carefully today. Willamette Valley Today traffic.
It's now 6 minutes before 7. We're watching a developing story out of St. Paul. Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton has officially signed all of the state's budget bills. However, Dayton did issue a line item veto for the legislature's own budget for at least the next 2 years. The governor said lawmakers can only get that money if they reconvene for a special session and eliminate a few provisions he doesn't like.
Dayton says he won't call a special session until lawmakers agree to preconditions over tobacco taxes, estate taxes, and property taxes. House Speaker Kurt Dutt called the funding veto unprecedented and said the legislature may take legal action. Now, in some non-budget news yesterday, Dayton did sign the bonding bill, which does include $42 million for work on a long-awaited underpass near Moorhead High School. Also developing for you this morning, a 27-year-old Fargo woman is now facing a manslaughter charge after the death of a man who was hit by her car in South Fargo. Police say 33-year-old Joshua Fonder died on Monday from injuries he sustained in last week's incident. Fonder was found lying in a street near the Bowler in South Fargo.
Alicia Johnson is in the Cass County Jail. Investigators say she was driving the car and took off after the crash. They say Johnson and Fonder knew each other. A 16-year-old boy is recovering this morning after police say he was dragged by a vehicle during a robbery. It happened yesterday in the area of 24th Avenue and 18th Street South in Grand Forks.
The boy said a man in a dark green car stole his skateboard, and when he tried to get it back, the man hit him. The victim was then hurt as he attempted to grab the skateboard and ended up being dragged by that vehicle. Fargo school officials are now confirming 2 new incidents of violence that happened last week. In one, a paraprofessional's nose was broken after being hit by a special needs student at Washington Elementary.
In a separate incident, another special needs student kicked a door in the school's entrance and broke the glass. Attacks on staff have been a growing problem. District officials say they're looking at adding more support personnel in schools, re-evaluating training procedures, and changing incident reporting at the start of next school year. Fergus Falls police are looking for help identifying a suspect in a shoplifting case.
Yeah, they posted this picture to their Facebook page. They say the incident happened back on May 25th. If you have any details about the person up on your screen right now, you're asked to contact Fergus Falls Police. More than 1 million people will be making the trip to the Twin Cities next year, all part of the event surrounding Super Bowl 52, which of course you can watch on KVLY.
The Valley Today's Christy Larson joins us live in studio with details on the planning that's going into this big event.
Well, good morning, guys. We've gotten a little insight with Kevin Smith here as we get excited, amped up for this Super Bowl. And I think that's the thing, is it's not impacting just the Twin Cities. It's kind of the whole region around it.
That's exactly right. That's what we call it the Bold North. We want people to embrace not only the Twin Cities, but the entire state of Minnesota, the Dakotas, the entire region. As we know, it's a vibrant place to live. People think it's really cold here. We don't do anything in the wintertime. We're going to prove them wrong by getting out there, pond hockey, snowmobiling, all sorts of different things, and we need everyone involved to come on down to the Twin Cities and help us enjoy the Bold North.
And a beautiful new place as well to hold the Super Bowl.
Yeah, U.S. Bank Stadium is obviously state-of-the-art, the newest stadium in the NFL. It had a great season, opening season this year, but it'll only be better for the Super Bowl next year.
And we talked a lot about the volunteering, too. You guys need 10,000 skilled people to be volunteering.
That's right, and we can bring people in from anywhere. We want people to have a smile on their face, be willing to greet some of those million people. And on the website where you can apply, you can kind of put your area of influence or area of interest, and we can kind of match you up with various volunteering efforts we have that meet those interests.
And we talked earlier, too, about the logistics, how much planning goes into all of this. And guys, it's just been a really fun morning. We kind of start to get excited, and I believe there's just 240, how many days, Kevin?
249 days, 11 hours, and about 38 minutes to
Just
go.
in case you needed that countdown clock already in your head.
Roughly.
And don't
Roughly,
forget, our hot button also has a link to where you can go and volunteer.
Good stuff. Thank you, Christy.
Your kids have a chance today to get a free bike helmet. AAA is hosting a bike helmet giveaway and fitting event this afternoon. It features free helmets for children ages 5 to 12 while supplies last.
Children must be present to be properly fitted for their bicycle helmet. The giveaway will be at AAA Fargo's branch office, which is in the 4900 block of 13th Avenue South, from 3 to 5 this afternoon. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. 5% of us wish we had this in our car.
The answer, a microwave. Remember, you can take part in our question of the morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page and joining the conversation. throughout the day. Well, lots of people are going to be probably talking today about the change in our weather that we've been waiting a few days for.
Yes, it kicks off today. We've got mostly sunny skies, temperatures that are warming up back into the 70s. But first, it's a little cool in some spots. That frost advisory for the James River Valley in effect for 1 more hour. It looks like temperatures are warming up in that region as well. We're all in the 40s and 50s at this point. 50 degrees in Fargo, 52 in Grand Forks. Visibility has improved in Gwinner, and you could see clear skies for much of the Dakotas and Minnesota this morning. Temperatures this afternoon back into the 70s, 75 in Fargo, and in Grand Forks we might even get into the upper 70s and 80s. Make a comeback starting tomorrow.
Awesome forecast. Good stuff. Thank you, Lisa. The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on the Fargo CW.